Okay, here I got this from Pro Football Talk. I want to give them credit for this story here. Commanders trading Sam Howell to the Seahawks. Washington get a third-round pick and a fifth-round pick, while Seattle will receive Sam Howell, their fourth-round pick, and a sixth-round pick. Howell was a fifth-round pick back in 2022, but they got a third coming back. I mean, they basically got more for Sam Howell than New England got for Mac Jones. You know, he started all 17 games, 63% of his passing completions, 21 touchdowns, 21 picks. But he took, 65 sacks there for him. Got off to a great start. I think everybody was high, myself included. Everybody was real high on Sam Howell after they won semi-meaningless game. Remember, he started at the end of the 22 season. They beat the Cowboys at the very end there that year, and then started last year, obviously, with Eric Bieniemy. Got off to a really good start. Had a look what Eric Bieniemy's doing with him. And then as the season went along, he started getting all these sacks, not to mention very Jameis Winston, like 21 touchdowns and 21 interceptions there. And of course, it didn't help the fact that he got 65 sacks. And of course, they're revamping their offensive line. They cut Charles Leno, their left tackle, because of this. But you know something? So that move was made, and going back here, looking at the picks that they have with the Commanders here. Remember, they traded Montez Sweat and got they traded away Montez Sweat and got a second round pick there from the Bears, which turned out to be a great pick. So listen to these picks here. All right. Number 2 overall pick. We know that 36 overall. I mean, that is really good. 4 picks into the second round. Then 4 picks later, which is the Bears pick. They've got the 40th pick, the 67, 78, and 100. Yes, that is 6 picks in the top 100 there for this Commander team, not to mention the fact that they signed Zach Ertz to a one-year deal here. They brought in the Dallas Cowboys center, Tyler Baez, 3 years, $30 million. Just to mention a few here, Austin Eckler got the Chargers running back here for 2 years there. Got an offensive guard here, Nick Agretti, 3 years, $16 million. Got Marcus Mariota as a backup there, 1 year, $10 million. What is Mariota? Why is Mariota even getting $10 million? I mean, give him half of that. I think he would be okay, or he should be happy. Signed Bobby Wagner. I'm not in love with that pick. He's a little long in the tooth. But they also brought in Dante Fowler from the Cowboys here. So, again, with all these picks here, I tell you what, that's something else. And the fact that Cliff Kingsbury, I wanted to emphasize, has full autonomy on this offense, full authority to call it the way he wants it coming into the season. All right. Now, I know the odds have changed on mock drafts. We all know now. We know for sure that they're going quarterback. Okay, they've got rid of Howell. They're not going in the season with Marcus Mariota with the 2 pick. Okay, the more I think about it, I know the odds have changed as for Drayton May being the favorite to go number 2 overall to this Washington team. But the more I look at it, and the more I think about Cliff Kingsbury, who coached Patrick Mahomes, he's coached Kyler Murray, and the comments that he says, I would like to coach a guy that can move in the pocket. Okay, I want a player. He don't have to run like Lamar or Kyler. This is his words, but he needs to elude the pass rush here and get the ball downfield. And I thought to myself, man, that is Jayden Daniels to the T. That Jayden Daniels, like Kyler Murray, and I went up and looked up Jayden Daniels. He's 6'4". I knew he was taller than Kyler Murray. I didn't know he was that, but Kyler Murray, we don't know if he's 5'9" or 5'10". You know, maybe the cleats put a little bit, but they're saying he's listed at 6'4". We know that 50+ touchdowns he took. Malik Neighbors, one of those recipient a lot of those touchdowns. LSU product out of is really high on most draft boards as well. So you're looking at that. You're looking at a guy like an Austin Eckler who could catch the ball out of the backfield. With all those picks, with the moves they've already made, obviously they got a head coach here. Dan Quinn was really taken back by that. I know my friend Mike Richmond, author I had that has wrote numerous books about the Washington Commanders, wrote about former coach there, George Allen, there with the team here. He wanted offensive-minded head coach, but I noticed that when Kingsbury was hired, who, by the way, he may just be a better offensive coordinator than a head coach. That's what I'm thinking. He's been fired twice, once in college, once in the pros. But he does have good schemes. So this team is going to be really hard. This is the most interesting Commander team, probably the most intrigued, I would use the word, in over 20 years.